Hi, April. How's it going?
Good.
Good. How are you feeling? I know that you had an accident today.
Good.
Good.
Feeling better. My head hurts a little.
I'm glad that you're better. That's super important. All right, let's get into our piano lesson. So we're going to talk about some non-keyboard things for just a minute.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to talk about is the grand staff. It's the most elaborate of all the staffs, staves, if you will. And basically what you need to know is you've got treble clef on the top.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your bass clef on the bottom.
Okay.
And the note that's going to tie both of these guys together is an imaginary line right
Middle
here in the middle, which is going to be your middle C. Exactly. Yeah. So some ways to remember your treble clef. You're probably super familiar with treble clef. I'm going to go ahead and give this to you anyway. Some ways to remember your treble clef letters of your lines and spaces are every good boy deserves fudge. I love that one. And then your spaces, you've got face, F-A-C-E, from the bottom up. Okay. Your bass clef is going to be pretty similar. Everything's shifted just slightly though. So instead of every good boy deserves fudge on the top, you've got good boys deserve fudge always on the bottom. So G-B-D-F-A on the bottom. And my favorite of all the sayings for the spaces on the bass clef, all cows eat grass. I'm a huge fan of cows, so there's that. But yeah, from the bottom up, it's all cows eat grass. And you were pretty quick to pick up on all of this, but I wanted to kind of double check and make sure that we've covered this, because I'd hate for you to move on and really be behind on this. All right, the next thing I want to talk about are your pedals. So what you're going to find is your leftmost pedal is going to be called the damper pedal. You will use this one more than you use the second pedal, but you will use this one almost never. Basically what that does is I'm going to play something and I'm going to have you press that down for me, okay? So I'll play and press it down. You don't hear much of a change, right?
No.
Let's come up here. Not much if you press it after, but if you press it and then I play, try it. See how much softer it got? So that's your dampen pedal. Your middle pedal is your sostenuto pedal.
What?
Sostenuto. It roughly translates to you don't ever have to use that pedal. No, I'm not actually 100% sure right now on the spot what that means, because I had it memorized. I had it memorized in my head and I don't have it now. So I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, sostenuto pedal, never use it, like ever. In fact, new pianos actually only come with, some of the new pianos, sometimes only come with one pedal, and it's your far right pedal. And that's going to be the one that we're going to use 99.99% of the time. It is your sustain pedal. I almost blanked on that one too, and that would have been real upsetting. So your sustain pedal, we're going to learn how to use that today. You don't have to be fancy to use a sustain pedal. I thought it was, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. When I was in learning piano, when I was just a youth, I absolutely thought that you had to be a super great pianist to be able to use your pedals. And it's not as hard as you would think. When you play clarinet, because you don't play harmonic intervals, you play melodic. You play one note at a time. You can't play the harmonics of everything. So you don't really have to know when your chord changes and all of that happen like you do in piano. It's very helpful to know when your chord changes happen, because generally if a chord changes, you're going to change your pedaling. To put that even simpler, generally, a measure is a good base point for your pedals to begin with. It will get more in depth than that, but it's a pretty nice place to start. So what we're going to try first is I want you to press your C, your E, and your G together. And now press your sustain pedal. All right, and now lift your hand up. So it's going to keep playing from there. Now press your sustain pedal and then hit your chord, C, E, G. See how it rings for much louder, much longer?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be something nice to know about your pedals. We will get more into pedaling a little further into the book. I'm not going to touch on it much more today because we've got other things to cover. So since you have already encountered the musical side of things, you're probably super familiar with time signatures. We're going to cover those very briefly. This page gives us the time signature of 4/4. It means that you have 4 beats in every measure, and each beat is equal to 1 quarter note. You can break that quarter note up, you can elongate it, but you're only going to have 4 measures in your beat, no matter what.
Reverse that.
You're only going to have 4 beats in your measure. Eventually. Thank you. See, you caught these things. You're already doing this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into some playing. How you feel about that? Okay, exactly. Go ahead and warm up if you want. Shake them out.
All right.
Okay, so, and I tell you what, we haven't visited this since before your lessons. I don't think we've gotten to do this in your lessons yet, but would you like to try a C scale since we're kind of warming up before we get into the sheet music? Very nice C scale. All right, so we're going to use that C scale, and we're going to use it right here, playing on the grand staff. We'll start on both C's there. And we're going to do this about, let's see, 1, 2, ready, go. Good job. Very nice. Okay. So, with that in mind, that being playing with sheet music here, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and play the next 2 pages. We do not have to take the repeats on either one of them. And once we get done with that, we're going to kind of look forward and talk about what your semester piece is going to be. Okay. So, let me check the time very quickly. Perfect. We're right on schedule. All right, so page 21, we're going to do rock along. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 2, 1.
Hold on, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, let's start this one over, actually. We're gonna start our bass
I'm
clef
really
over.
confused. I played it backward, the wrong hand.
No, you played it with the correct hand.
Well, I mean, I played it the wrong side.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's start that all over.
All right.
That bass clef over.
We're gonna start the bass clef. I'm gonna count you in. You ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Absolutely. I will say, anytime, I think we talked about this in one of our first lessons, anytime that you have a mistake or anything that happens when you're playing piano, once it's happened, it's not, you're not going to continue making that mistake. Just keep moving forward. So,
Okay.
No mistakes, only happy accidents. All right, let's start with the bass clef. 1, 2, ready, go. 1. Very nice. All right. You ready for the Mexican hat dance?
Okay.
All right. So, 1, 2, ready, go. We're going to start on the bottom part one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Perfect. Good job.
I can't believe I practiced that.
I actually do believe you practice that because that's what used to happen every time I would practice something is I would come to lessons and I wouldn't know it at all. Like I had never seen it. It's really exciting. All right. So how are you feeling about your piano lessons so far?
Good. I'm getting a little better on the bass clef, but for some reason, once I can read the bass clef, I then forget how to read treble clef when I switch back.
That happens. It absolutely is okay. So there's not a piece in here that I want for you. And I had looked at it and I thought that I had a piece I wanted you to play by the end of the semester, but I don't like that one anymore. So we're going to go ahead and discuss that we're going to have a piece at the end of the semester. I will get it to you very, very shortly. You'll have it before the next lesson. But you're going to be required to play it. It's not going to be super difficult. It's just going to be a culmination of everything we're learning, and you're doing fantastic. So I'm not concerned at all about you. And the fact that you're able to go ahead and play through all of these exercises means a lot. So I think you're in a wonderful place. We've already gone through these here. All right, let's get into, we talked a little bit about this earlier. We're going to get into melodic intervals. Distance between tones are measured in intervals called seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, etc. Notes played separately make a melody. Let's see, all of a sudden I can't read here. We call the intervals between these notes melodic intervals because it's the intervals in the melody. Play these melodic seconds and thirds, listen to the sound of each interval. So it's important to hear exactly how these sound. Nice, you don't have to take the repeat on that. So no matter where you're at on the keyboard, third will always have that same tone color. That I'm not sure what that reminds me of, but it reminds me of something.
Choo-choo train.
A little bit like a choo-choo train, yeah. So, and also the same thing. So any of the intervals, the melodic intervals are going to be, a second will always sound next door to each other. And that's kind of, that's going to be something that you will play with a little further into your piano career. But it's always nice to start kind of noticing those things earlier on. So we're going to use our seconds and thirds and play the piece Au Clair de Lune. And are you prepared? We're going to try this one in the dynamic of soft or piano. So basically what that means is you're going to
Use the damper.
we are not going to use the damper pedal, sadly.
Okay.
What we're going to do though is, and you're just going to need your right hand for this one. So good news. I appreciate you being prepared. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to basically just kind of control how hard we're hitting the notes. So don't fault yourself if the first time through you miss a note or two by trying to take it too easy. You want to take it easy, but you also want to be able to hear it.
Okay.
So we're going to play fairly slow-ish. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Good job. You want to try it one more time now that you kind of got some idea about what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again. We're going to speed it up just a little bit because you like to take all of my slow tempos very fast.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We will work on tempos and controlling that and centering your inner metronome soon. We don't have to do that right now though. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't get that to go.
Of course, now that you're not really thinking about it and you're just doing it, it's happening.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, moving it, using your fingers more like a little bit of a hammer will kind of be able to help you work on your coordination for that.
Okay.
All right, you want to try the one for the left hand as well? This one's mezzo forte, so it's going to be a little bit, quite a bit louder. This is going to be like a medium loud. All right, so just get a task. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oops.
Good job. All right. So for some homework, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of that. I want you to do page 25.
Okay.
You are a very smart person. You will be able to understand exactly what this is talking about, especially since we just went over melodic intervals.
Okay.
I have all the faith in the world. All right, for this last
What?
little bit.
Sorry. Sorry.
All this is playing 2 notes at once, which I know you have never seen before.
No, that's
because
first chair and second chair. I played the bottom because I'm
Wrong.
the first chair.
You play in all the notes now. Because if you weren't aware, you can play 10 to 12 independent notes.
Notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Who was it? I can't remember the composer off the top of my head that used to just But I always thought that was cool.
How do you do this?
So this is actually, it looks really daunting.
Scary.
So these are the same intervals that you played before. Your C to D.
Okay.
You're just playing them at the same time. It's not going to sound great. It's a second. But you cannot be scared of it. Because seconds happen. Yep. A second.
I didn't have the other hand ready.
It's okay. So seconds are what you would consider dissonant.
Okay.
Dissonance is something that is displeasing to the ear.
Yep.
Your ear looks for harmony and things that basically frequencies that go together. So that's not going to sound great. That's going to sound literally perfect to your ear because they're very, very, very. I can't find words today. I don't know what this is. Anyway, these two the frequencies are very similar, but they're far apart. So that's a fifth, just so you know.
Okay.
Because it's 5 notes apart. So both of these pages, your melodic intervals, your harmonic intervals are basically going to be the same. All you really need to know is melodic are in melody and harmonic are making actual harmonies. So what we're going to do, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite things is to get to put this together.
Okay.
So we're going to take it, not super slow, but slow enough. We're not going to be rushing through it too much. So we're going to say 1, 2, ready, go.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay.
See the next line.
We're going to take that. Actually, this is going to be your E instead of your F.
I mean, I'll play what note I want.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was actually really good. That reaction you had when we looked at this page right at first that was my reaction. I don't know if it's everybody's reaction because I don't study piano with everybody. However, when I first started piano as a little kid, I saw notes together and immediately was very freaked out. But look, you've already conquered it. No big deal. All we have to do now is learn timing and
to keep reading the music when it's not over.
You know what though? That's okay. That will come with time. I also want you to do page 25 and 27.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 whole pages. I'm really sorry. Let's see what we got going on the next page. We're going to go ahead and move on. Those are just fourths and fifths. It's exactly what you're doing here.
Okay.
With different notes. I will also want you to do this too.
Okay.
Since there's not a lot on this one.
Okay.
But so we're going to take a look at fourths and fifths. Fourths and fifths are super cool because you're going to have a fourth and then a fifth. Melodically, they sound like this.
That like that?
A little like that. Okay. Very nice.
Okay.
Fourths and fifths. See, was that nearly as hard as you thought it was going to be?
Yep.
Really?
No.
Oh. All right. Are you familiar with Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah.
Oh, good. He was the goodest of kings, apparently. Let me check our time here. Maybe if my phone will let me. Yes. All right. We're going to play this one loud.
Okay.
It's in 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
What else can you tell me about it?
8 measures.
It is 8 measures. We haven't talked about this, so if you can tell me this, I will be really super excited. Can you tell me what key it's in?
C.
Yep. Proud of you. All right, so we're gonna play it loud and we're gonna play it moderately fast, it says. So if you miss a note, I just want you to just keep your eyes moving forward, okay?
All right.
Don't get stuck on mistakes. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch your speed.
That was the wrong notes.
You want to try the bass clef again?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
None of those are right notes.
They're not. Do you know what you're doing wrong?
I can't count. This is finger 2, not finger 1. 4. That doesn't sound right either.
Mm-mm. Yep. Yeah,
No.
that was it. Yeah, that's right. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Slow down. Very nice. All right, we're gonna play this last one here, and then we're going to be pretty much finished, I think. All right. 1, 2, and this one is gonna be soft.
Seriously.
And seriously, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you've heard 3, 4 I just really like that one for the cute little pun that it has. All right, so you have your homework for next week, 25, 27, and
29.
29. If you happen to skip to 31, I won't be mad at all, and I won't be mad if you don't do it, because that's what lessons are for, is to learn and grow and do things. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming to class today. It has been a pleasure to teach you piano, and I hope you have a great week.
Thanks.